Landings Association General Manager Carl Stevens here with Security Director Tim Cook. And Tim, you have been preaching for about 8 years now the need to pre-authorize your guests and vendors. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. And actually, that's pretty accurate. Back in 2014, I think was my first newsletter article about pre-authorizing guests and vendors. And I highlight vendors there because that was a change in our protocols back then. It's kind of a simple concept. I mean, we got to break it down. There is a little confusion. Well, if they have an RFID, I don't need to pre-authorize them. But we ask that you do. Simple fact is, if Timmy's Tree Services is pre-authorized on your list, we know that they're supposed to be at your house and in that area. So it's simple. If you're expecting someone to come through these gates, have them on your list. And the way you pre-authorize that is that we've just automated the system. When you call the 912-598-1982 number and press option 1, it's the automated system will answer. Please keep in mind the automated system is not a voice message machine, and you can only typically do one guest or vendor at a time. So keep that in mind when you're calling that system. Our preferred method is to use the gateaccess.net website or the ABDI Gate Access app. And that's a better way to pre-authorize, again, your guests and your vendors.
So one thing we hear from different people is, even if I don't have them on the list, let them in, or I had somebody on the list, but they got in. It makes it hard for the officers to determine if they're not on the list, they shouldn't be letting them in.
Yeah, that is. I mean, after all, that's why we're here. You live behind the gate. You should be on a list. We do our best to make our judgment calls. Every day, these officers are faced with judgment calls of, should they be going to the house or not, and it makes it hard on them. So we ask, make it easier on our officers. Just pre-authorize them and get them on your list. It makes it easier for everybody then.
And the easiest way is gateaccess.net or the app.
Correct.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much.